Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have with me a very special guest. His name is Mr. Naveen Kumar. He is an experienced Unity 2D and 3D game developer with over 6 years in the industry, specializing in AR and VR applications, multiplayer game mechanics, and educational training. He has worked with organizations like Alphonic Solutions, iXRLabs, and iNurture, leading projects in immersive game design, real-time networking, and performance optimization. Known for his strong C# scripting and a passion for gamified learning, Naveen combines technical expertise with a talent for mentoring aspiring game developers through interactive hands-on training programs. So, Naveen, welcome to my channel. It's a pleasure to have you over here. Let's begin by asking you, you've been in the gaming industry for over 6 years now. Can you walk us through how your journey began?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, thanks for calling me. Now, when I started my career, I was when I was playing games during that time, my time. So I was just thinking how the games were built, what is the main mechanism like. So that was my curiosity, and that draws me to start with that. So during my school time, I started with my C++ language. So from there on, I started build up. Like in my college time, I just learned few basic things more. Then I go. My teachers told me to go to the Unity. Then and started my career being as a Unity game developer in 2017. From there on, firstly I started my career being as a teacher and trainer in Unity game development. So there on with teaching the students also I get some new ideas, new concept, because when you meet with some new people you will get a more what we can say, more ideas. So I just explore those ideas and work on them with the students. I also learned during that process. So that's how my journey started with Unity game development.
And you've also worked in mentoring and teaching students with multiple companies, Alphonic Solutions, iXRLabs, as well as iNurture. What has been that journey like?
That journey will be during that time I have faces so many issues also, like when you are teaching them, you need to teach them in such a way that they are ready to be start their journey in the industry. Not like that just we are teaching the books and then that's over. We need to teach them in such a way that they will able to understand the industry standards. So that was the gap I have seen during that time. So what we did, we created some like 3 4 sessions for industry mentors who were like working that time in industry. So when they interact with them, they will get to know that how the industry works. And that also helps the student to understand what more things they need to enhance in their learning. So that helped them a lot.
And your experience entails, you've worked on multiplayer mechanics, you've worked in AR and VR projects. So
Yeah.
you've explored quite a wide range of technologies. How do you stay updated and adaptable in such a fast-moving field?
Like for making, you need to update yourself because this is the field, the computer science is the field where every day a new language is emerging. Once during my college time, there was COBOL. Nowadays, no one is using COBOL, Pascal, and COBOL. And that time, C++ was at the peak. Now, at time, the Python is everyone is using C sharp. So you need to update regarding the technologies. Otherwise, you will be very behind. So what I used to do, I go for the GitHub repos, I go to the official documents so that I will learn the new updates. So I always keep on learning the things. I always following that official channel. So that will help us what new things are happening and what new technologies we can invent. And by God grace, I got opportunities to work on those new technologies. So that helps me a lot.
And it's very true, and especially in the age of AI now, wherein things are just rapidly moving around. How do you wrap your head around this new shift in technology right now?
The thing is that mainly the base of, if you have a good base in your technology, then new things easily can be learned, because most of the things will be similar, but only the way to handle them is going to be different. So suppose if I speak about C sharp, so I already know the C++ language. So I'm very much familiar with the programming concepts. So it is it is easier for me to learn that language, because I know that this program, like if I have a problem, the solution for the problem is there. But to write down that solution in computer language, so we are in C++, the way is different, in C sharp, the way is different. But the solution is going to be the same. So that helps me a lot, because if you have a good base, you can easily explore new technologies.
And optimization is one of the most hardest things to do, but you seem to be the master of it. So, can you share a challenge that you faced? One very interesting challenge that you faced while optimizing, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, definitely. When I was working with iXRLab, so we were dealing with one of the project that is made for mechanical engineering and medical students, that if heart surgery, how it is being happened. So we are creating that simulation, a real world kind of situation in VRs. So in that case, what was happening, the frame rates were very dropping very rapidly. Like it is very slow, sometimes it is very fast. So what we did is the 3D assets were there. So what we did is real time baking of the lights, and then we just gone through the profilers to get out what the problem is actually. So later on we easily get that 72 frame rates, 72 fps easily. So that's a kind of challenge that I have faced. And also in 3D game, that same kind of thing, one of that shooting games. So when the player is moving, so that time that FPS is dropping very drastically. So that was at least 2 to 3 days. We need to look up the that issue. What was the issue? We have just gone through everything. So when you are saying updating with the technology, so in that case, what was the issue? That new version of the Unity was not supporting the earlier code. So that was the real issue that we figure out. So sometimes you need to go in that direction also.
Great. And Naveen, right now you're going to be teaching, multiple things at Spawn School. I just want to plug in a small shout out to Spawn School. So, guys, if you are interested in learning game development, Naveen is going to be one of the instructors for multiple courses at Spawn School. Spawn School is an edtech platform. Wherein you'll find multiple courses around games and game development. If you want to learn Unity, Unreal Engine, whatnot. Not just that, you will also have certifications towards the end of the course, which are government certifications, as well as paid internship opportunities. So links are in the description. Additionally, I also want to say that if you use my code NIKHIL, you'll get a special 20% discount on the enrollment fees. So be sure to check that out. And with that in mind, I'll come back to Naveen to understand how his teaching style is going to be at Spawn School. So, Naveen, first of all, I want to get started by asking you, what inspired you to step into teaching alongside your development work?
So I always believed in giving back as my early in my career. So I learned from my mentors, I learned from that open source communities. So I find out that not everyone is that much lucky to have that kind of mentors and easily access to the communities. You can directly connect with some experienced developers. So that way I thought, I think that I should, what I have experienced during my learning time, that should not everyone should go through that process. So they should have some smooth way to get through that. So that's why I just started teaching, and that's also motivate me to learn sometimes new things. Sometimes the students ask such a question that is not already being faced. So that always going motivate me, and that is my the way of teaching is just to from day one we are going to be like basic theory we are going to, but mostly part we are going to focus on the practical, because that is the thing that is going to be help you in the future when you go for the industry. That experience will help out. When you practice more, you will get to learn more. But theory part also is needed, but we do that theory part, that is only limited part, that is only needed. Rest we will do the practical thing, that will definitely help the student to learn more and more.
And let me try to understand what your teaching process is going to be like, because I think someone who would like to enroll would like to understand what are the different unique approaches or hands-on methods that you will be potentially using. So can you share a little bit on insight on that?
Yeah, sure. I will definitely apply the game design principle into my teachings, and then break down the complex topics into levels, just as we work on that projects. So what we do, we just break them into modules, and then that milestones. So in the similar approach, we are going to apply in this learning process. So that will be easy for the students. Say they will have some goal at. So let's suppose at week one we have one goal. So they know that they have to learn that much at any cost. So they are already being familiar, and they are going to like they have the idea how they are going to go on through this program. So we had some challenges, some quizzes, and then progress tracking, and then feedback loop also. That is much more necessary when the student give the feedback. What is need to be changed, or if something is need to be added on, that we only just know through the help of this feedback loop.
Understood. And for someone who is new to Unity Game Engine or game development in general, how does your course help them build a strong foundation? And are there any
Like,
prerequisites that they need to know before joining us?
no, not that much, but only one thing is they need to keen to learn that game development. That's it. Rest, what we will do, we will start from the basic, from the very basic, and we go to that advanced level. So from the very basic, we just like a mentor, keep your hand and like hold your hand and go and walk through all that process. So we will going to like that only. So that will help them students to like if they have faced some issue, they will one on one session also with me. If they are facing some issues and the community guideline is there, they can go to the community, they can ask their or they can put their questions, and other student, if someone is knows, they can also put their answers over there. So that discussion group will also be there.
This is a very interesting point that you bring forward because collaboration is actually key in game development, right? And you
Yeah.
also touch base upon the discussion aspect. So, help me understand how would you incorporate this kind of teamwork into your teaching approach?
Like firstly on the from the day one, I'm going to divide that group of the students into small groups, and thereon they are going to start like will on week one we will just tell them, or on week two we will give some topics, so they need to keep on researching on them. And from the day one they are going to be a kind of a team, so everyone is having their own thinking, and they will have their own team. So how they can help in that team, that will going to help out, like we can create a kind of score mechanism, so that teamwork will enhance. Like we know that we need to score more, then we will be a standout, so they will work more and they will try to make some efforts for the team.
And a lot of students sometimes are, fearing programming or, fearing the process of game development as such. So how would
Mhm.
you help such students push past the technical fears and confidently experimenting or merging coding and design?
So that sometimes the students fear out, because it is they will know the solution, but sometimes what happen is they don't know how to apply them. So what we'll do, we keep on practicing with them with multiple games, or like small tasks. So like related to their what we can say their hobbies. So that will help them to learn those things. So that if their hobbies are there in that particular kind of game, so they will try to implement those solutions in that one. So that will be help out in that one, because they know if their hobbies are there, they know about the full detail of that particular part of the game. So the solution is there. So we'll help them how to implement that one. So when they try it once, twice, so that fear will come out. They definitely give that confidence. Yeah, we can do it.
And Unity Game Engine is a vast platform, right? So, how would you
Yeah.
suggest some beginners to focus their learning to avoid getting overwhelmed by the engine?
That Unity is very much, it is having a so vast of uses. So we are going to focus on step by step. The modules will be there. We are just focusing on the module so that they will not get diverted. So that module will be fully packed, that at least one part of that Unity full engine they will able to learn. Then we move on to the next part. So by step, we need to keep them calm, that yeah, if they ask some questions, we definitely answer them, but they we will tell them that yeah, this is going, if it is going to be the part of that teaching, that is going to become next. Firstly, you need to complete that first goal.
Yeah. And in terms of your teaching background, how many students have you trained so far so that, the students who want to look at joining this course can get a little bit of a comfort zone that, okay, you've trained so many students. And can you also talk a little bit about what kind of projects these students have made after they learned from you? Any, notable stories or fond memories from your teaching journey that you can share would be super helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Approximately 3,000 to 3,500 students I have just till now trained. So, and so many notable stories were there. Like one of the student, he was in grade 8 when he started learning. So that time, on the robotics, we are mixing robotics with Unity. So in the starting, he was very like uh, getting very shy to get into that field. So later on, what we did is we gave that project that is interested to that, like he is interested in. He would just want to play with the toys, just like so. Same kind of project we give them, and they with at least 4 to 5 students, they just build that project. So in the starting they were shy, but later on, within few days, when they start like doing the things of their joy, they started with a lot of like potential, and they start asking the question, and that way they just learn that project, and later on they have completed at least 5 projects within a month duration of 3 months. So that kind of like sometimes it happens that student in the starting will be shy, but later on they will definitely gone through, uh, they will explore their own potential.
Wow, Naveen, that is actually quite interesting and quite impressive to know that you've taught over 3,000 plus students. That's a huge difference that you're making in the gaming industry. So, first of all, I want to thank you for this amazing, effort that you're contributing towards, the betterment of the industry. And coming back to now, your teaching at Spawn School, what would make this development training program stand out from the rest of the other platforms? Can you share some insight on that?
Yeah, definitely. The spawn schools definitely imply they are just focusing on real world experience rather than just going through the theory, not like tutorials and anything. They just mainly focus on real time experience. So that is always helpful for the student in the learning, because like when you go for the tutorials, they will be like 1 year, ag- um, 1 year old one. So the technology, the gap of technology, the advancement of that technology is not there. So, but if you're working on real world examples, so that will help out to learn that technology, the latest technology, not the older one. Like sometimes the plugins are getting old, so they are being removed. So if you are watching that kind of tutorials, so what will happen when you search for that plugin that is not available? So what you will do, you just lose your patience, and then you will just lose your focus that this thing is not available. Then how I'm going to do it? But in this spawn school, that is not going to happen. They are going to learn that updated technology, so that the gap will be not there. and that is going to be help out the students to like focus on those things. They will definitely find out the plugins and everything up to date.
And this course is going to be for about the teaching part of this is going to be for about 4 months, right? So what kind of growth can a student expect in terms of transformation and upskilling from this period of 4 months?
What we can say that from the beginning they can definitely go to the medium medium state. We can say that in the month of they will definitely learn able to learn how to make a 2D and 3D game from the basic to a little bit advanced version. So when they start practicing and carry on those things at that some point of time, they will definitely able to like in this after the 4 months. What I can say, I can assure that they will able to like start a internship or a small project by their own in Unity, and they can able to launch a small kind of game and in any platform. Either it can be Android, iOS, or Windows.
Amazing, amazing. Great, yeah, Naveen, thanks a lot for joining. And any parting message, any advice for aspiring game developers from your side?
What I can say is just start practicing and start exploring the things, and always keep on learning the things, because the technology is always going to be like updated. Sometimes, like when I started, there was no AR VR kind of terms, but these terms were being coined later on. So now, earlier part of my career, this Meta Quest was too costly. They was not easily available in the market. Right now, it is much cheaper than that original cost when it was launched. So now it is available, and you can just use it and you can make it on that one. And this is going to be the future of the technology, because right now everyone is just running behind that AR VR technologies. Everyone is just trying to make some application on them. Each big kind of company like Amazon, Flipkart, everyone is just running behind this technology. So we need to keep on learning. That is my message to all game developer community.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for joining, Naveen. This was a pleasure interacting with you. And guys, for those of you who are interested in learning more about game development, specifically Unity, Naveen is going to be hosting or taking the sessions at Spawn School. All the links are in the description. Spawn School, once again, it's a learning platform for students to upskill. There are some, accelerator courses which will help you fast track your journey into game development. The first batch, Naveen's batch, is going to start on 4th of August. So all the information is in the description. Links are in the description. Check them out. As well as don't forget to use the code Nikhil Nikhil to get a special 20% discount from my side. So that's it for this video. Once again, Naveen, thanks a lot for joining in. And
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, and guys, all the best for your journey in game development. Take care. Bye.